How you doing? This is a project I'm actually doing now, like a communications journal. And there's a communication journal channel. It's an assignment for about the Soviet Union around World War II when the Germans invaded the USSR, and this project is to show how print is not dead and how print like really affected USSR over the years and like towards their eventual victory and the whole Allies victory. What I'll be doing is going through these posters that were at the Chicago Art Institute and showing you like in the perspective of an 18-year-old citizen of the USSR and what my thoughts would be. So I'm trying to put myself into a different perspective, a different looking glass, which will be a challenge. But I found it interesting going through the posters, and I love the posters. They have some meaning to them, but I really like it. So what I'll be doing is looking at the links down here. I'm going to put in a row of what these posters I'm talking about. And to my left, right over there, is I'm looking at the posters right now to give myself a visual aid while I'm talking about them. So because I found a website with the posters on them, so you can view them. And I'll also put a link to the Chicago Art Institute if you want to go by. It's a cool place. So the first one I want to start with is when I ran across this one is that you can click on the first link really quick to, and it is I can't even pronounce these names. Kirkiniski. I'm gonna try my best, I guess, but what it's showing is a monkey with a Nazi helmet on, and he's on the bottom is dead women and children. It's very vulgar, very bloody, and I mean, in my first perspective, I'm just like I am pissed off. Like, I mean, a monkey, like an ape, and women and children dead, and he's holding a gun. I'm like, first thought in my mind is, this is gory. This is unexcusable, and like analyzing it, I'll be going like to go deeper into that. Um, it's just like he's going like the poster is used to stir that feeling of women and children dead, and you're pissed off at the at whatever that ape is, and you notice as a German, it's a Nazi ape, yes, because Nazis are apes. So I feel like to really interpret it, I feel like I'm really hateful towards the monkey, and I really want to like do whatever I can to like hurt that monkey because like I mean those could be my children, that could be my wife. You don't it just like stirs such emotion and like going in it's like what the artist did was good because like it wants like I want to like even when I was reading this poster like when I was looking at this poster I was like I want to enlist just to, like kill this ape these Germans who were disgusting and vulgar and just wrong so it's so it was so I found it moving for me because like I felt like I want to deal with, even though it's 2011, and like it really pissed me off, because it's a like it's just so vulgar and so strong that I don't know, I just didn't like it. Um, but overall, I mean, it's a good poster. Like I felt connected towards it, and so it really kind of made me emotional over that. Going to the next poster is going to the second link. Uh, um, they'll have the artist on there and then title. And what this is two Russian soldiers, two from the Red Army, and a fisherman, offering a fish towards the soldiers, and his face is so grateful and so happy, and that's because this poster is depicting the the revival of Palmers, or the saving of Palmers from the Germans. They reclaimed the land, and the fisherman, is so grateful for them saving that he's offering his food for them and being like happy that the Germans are gone. So going on is like, and he's like, what the USSR is like doing with this is showing me that that they're winning the war, they're reclaiming their homeland. Like, this is our land. Germans will never, like, this is our land. Germans will tell you, like, get off our land. And like all the surrounding countries that they're saving from are so grateful, and the Red Army is the greatest country in the world. And like this, it's showing that the it's showing that the war is going well, and showing that we are winning. So it's valuing art, like what the artist does, like with his pictures. Everything's kind of colorful, vibrant. Like there's good emotions coming from the body language of the people are happy. There's like, I feel like it feels like tranquility. I feel like it's like the tranquility of the picture is nice. It's just so like the color, like how the colors form together, and how the the houses are up and running. People are fishing already. You see the boats in the water. It's back to normal again because the Red Army saved the place. So it's like to like go in, like to engage that. You'd be like to be kind to the Red Army, be grateful for the Red Army. They're the ones who are saving you and having you like back to a normal life and back to a victory of like a USSR nation. So going on to the next link, is very what struck my eyes because it was so vibrant and patriotic. It was very colorful. The Red Army is like the Red Army is out. They're showing off their flags. It's very formal, very nice, and it's more about the. This is about the freedom of the Baltics. Um, because again, this is just like the last poster. I was like showing and driving that we're winning the war, and like we're doing a good job, and like we are successful, and you should support us because like you should support us because of like this, because of the war. But I'll get to that later. So the like the analysis, like the way, like the analysis of the pictures, like the waving flags, the the smiles on the faces, the seals. It's just showing that they're reclaiming land again, and they're a strong nation, the Red Army nation, and it just shows that the you should believe in the USSR because they're winning, and that you should keep going, like keep supporting the USSR because the Red Nation is reclaiming the homeland again, and we're driving back the like disgusting Germans away from our land because they invaded it. And I mean, we hate the Nazis. So um, it was so it's showing that the effort is good, and what the artist does is showing like how vibrant the colors are. Like the definition of the waving flags. It's not just a flag. It's like just the carrot, like the poster is living towards you. It's like it's in the moment, and like you see the seals of the USSR. It's just a strong. It's a very strong poster, like showing like a very formal and very uh, official looking poster. So to engage in it is like to be proud of the USSR. Like this is a nation of pride, and you should be grateful for what you have. So um, going to the next poster is what I noticed was because on the poster is actually an American flag. On one of they have an American soldier in there. I was really intrigued by that, and I wanted to check more into it and realize what the artist was doing there. And it's what it's about is the attack on France, and this poster is about the attack on France, and it shows the men driving towards France on a victory march. Basically, it looks like they're very strong, very strong men, very defined. You can see defined chin muscles. Like they're and you see in the background is a white marble statue holding a red flag, um, and a blue, or just a red flag. So it shows the Allies for the West and East working together and to win the war. And I mean, it looks like they're going for victory, and the men are pushing hard for victory, and they're pushing for like basically expecting victory, and you should expect with the USSR as only victories because the USSR is the greatest nation in the world. Um, and and it shows that the USSR is the best nation, and it shows the war is going well. And you see a common trend in the past of all the others posters that, of course, are only good, but it's also showing victories like reclaiming land or gaining land, driving out Germans, anything to do with like reclaiming like your own pride or just driving out Germans are the common theme so far like among these. And that it's just like to evaluate like how it's written. It's just the weather is beautiful. It's like perfect blue skies with really puffy white clouds. Everything looks like a great time. Like you see the men are smiling even though they're holding guns. They're marching along. It's just a strong. It's a good feel. Like you get a good feeling from the poster because like how vibrant the colors are, and it just really wants me to engage into like support the cause again because who doesn't want to be like supporting a nation that's like they're strong and winning and all the time and very colorful and happy. So that's the main point of that. And but then going to the next link right there is Germans is a village and it's driving out the Germans. So they're considering it's like their final their final drive. They consider they're calling it their final drive kind of by knocking out all the Germans. So this is again talking about driving out Germans from their hometown. You see the front is a very valiant man from the Red Army holding a sword, about to like cut down at a German, like tell him to get out of this, like this is our land, like get out of our place. You see behind is a whole amount of villagers, so you can see from the body language they're so grateful and happy that the USSR guy is like coming for them and saving them. And you can see in the background is the ships. I think those are ships in the water that are being burned. Um, so you can see like from the burning ships, from the valiant man cutting down the German, and you can also see the happiness of all the villagers. It shows like you can interpret it as like the Red Army like saves all. The Red Army is the greatest thing in the world. The Red Army is the one who drives out the Germans and reclaims our homeland. Like be happy for the Red Army, support the Red Army. It's a good time. It's going to be like it's a lot of fun. So it's like it's a lot like just a lot of fun like to support the Red Army and have like and be able to realize that it's a good it's a good cause and you should support it. It's like the artist is like I feel like the artist is like a little like the dark they're more deep they're deeper colors. They're and they're not as vibrant but because it's like but the reason I see from the reason like why the colors are darker is to show off like we are like a victory, like the heat of battle. It's because it's from the fire in the background, that kind of has that kind of glow to it. So, but otherwise, this is the fifth poster that I used for this project is basically is kind of like a final drive to get out, like get the Germans out. So those are those are the five posters that I found uh, moving. I liked them a lot when I was going through them and but you can see again like the common theme of like the USSR was great. Like everything was driven toward the USSR is great, no matter how it is. It could be from driving out the Germans, reclaiming our land, being proud of our state. So whatever I would say the USSR did a great job with propaganda. They put these posters up every single day. The artist did a great job, and it really shows like how print can be so moving. Like you'd say like every or a picture can just be so moving, even though you think like you need film or talking some kind of like conversation to have some kind of like emotion. Like they really found out a way to connect with the person using their own talent, like the colors and the body language that they did with the people, um, and the meaning they came from these stories and from these posters. So I found these posters really interesting, and I'd highly suggest looking at more if you can. So thank you for watching.